Ms. Eoff for Ms. Ford.
Thank you. I'll try to get as much in as I can. Everybody on this council knows that what is in the budget as designed are things that we need. And these are not wish lists, and I agreed with that, and I've even come into the mayor on that. The question, though, as I stated the last time, is how do we come up with the money? And the mayor's way to come up with the money is to raise property taxes. 3 years ago, we heard this same story when the mayor asked to raise the property taxes before. And the council at that time, 3 of us voted no, and I was one of them. And we're still where we are. There, I think, are many ways to go after money that is owed to the county. Foreclosures is one of them. It's not the only answer. But this tax increase is going to hit West Hawaii the hardest, as it did the last time. It always does. It will penalize people who are already delinquent in their taxes. It's going to put them deeper in debt faster. It increases the dollar amount of the interest they're going to have to pay because they're paying on a larger sum of money. And it's going to force more people into foreclosure faster. The residential building rate, in my opinion, should not be set at ag zoning. It should be set at homeowner and or residential rates. That's an issue that will come up in the task force. The task force hasn't even started. And there's a lot of things they need to consider. Foreclosures, exemptions, rates compared to the other counties, which I happen to have in my hands. And the finance department, in all of these years, approximately 3 years, has not addressed any of these issues, not brought any bills to the council on these types of issues in that 3 years. So I'm very disappointed in that. I know Mr. Hoffman fought very hard to get this audit done, and hopefully the task force is going to do something, and I would recommend to anybody in West Hawaii to get on this task force if you can, and protect the west side of the island. I am really disappointed, and frankly, in the council, because I brought forward a bill to reduce interest and penalties on delinquencies, and it was voted down, and it was stated at that time that this was a revenue source to us to go after these delinquent people with interest and penalties. So the council would not drop that. And yet they wouldn't drop the foreclosure from 3 years to 2 years and collect that revenue. We're singing the revenue song, and we're not walking the revenue collection walk. There's a lot of things we can do to save money. I'm just going to name a few of them. We're leasing a lot of our equipment now instead of buying it outright, which is helping us. We're trying to buy more modern equipment that uses lower electrical costs for generations. I think we should do the power purchase agreements, I'm stuttering, I'm sorry, as quickly as possible on as many buildings as we can have somebody, a third party, put them on there. One of the things I'm terribly disappointed in is the fact that the administration has not gone after the free federal money for our CIP projects. And while this is an operations budget, not CIP, capital improvement project, the innovative readiness teams can save us 40 to 60% of our construction costs. That means we don't have to sell bonds. And when you don't sell bonds, when you do sell bonds, the interest you pay on those bonds is in the operations money. So by lowering our capital costs, we would lower our operational interest rates, interest, not rates, the interest that we would be paying. We had the departments come before us in April for departmental reviews, and Public Parks and Recreation said they were going to issue 2 of these things within a week. Have not done it. So that means that 1, the project is not going to get done, 2, we aren't going to save money, and 3, when we do fund it, if we have to pay for it ourselves, the interest rates in the operation budget will go up. Those are the kinds of things that I have to tell you I'm really disappointed in. I'm really disappointed, and the worst thing is the people who are paying their taxes in a timely manner are going to get a big tax increase. And I just can't even stomach the idea when we haven't cleaned up a whole lot of issues, not even made an attempt to clean up any of these issues, and then we're going to raise taxes on the backs of people who are already paying their taxes in a timely fashion. I can't do it to my district. I can't do it to any district, and I will be voting no on this tax increase.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Ford. Mr.